Peace and love, light and darkness. Siblings build. Siblings build. Just sitting out here. Roll the fuck up.
Mm-hmm. Say your intro. That's your intro.
Peace and love, light and darkness. About to roll the fuck up. Yeah.
There it is. But nah, so you know how you meet like a wave of people at once during like certain transitions and all that. You meet like a whole wave of people, and then you be like anywhere from 3 people to like 5, 6, 7 people. So me, I done met probably about like 5 or 6 different people, and all of them was either a Capricorn, a Leo, or a Scorpio. And honestly, I think I met 2 of each.
Okay.
What does that mean? Like, why is it like?
Would it be like the people in general, or like the zodiac? Why are you meeting?
No, it's like it's not like I'm going out and meeting these people. Like these people are coming to me. Like they just coming to me type shit. For like friendship type shit. And it's like I'm not really seeking friends right now, but it's like
people come to you.
Yeah.
Well, you know that you're going on and through this spiritual awakening within yourself, and a lot of different lights are being ignited. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know how different insects or whatnot are attracted to light?
Mm-hmm.
That's how I like to view different people that just randomly come to me or you per se and want like different information or whatnot. I view them as I don't want to say insects, because it shit don't sound respectful at all. You know what I'm saying? It's like a moth to the flame burned by the fire or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, coming into your awakening, people are going to be drawn to you because it's like you pretty much you glow you glow a different way, you walk a different way, you start to fucking look a different way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think a lot of beings, I think we all are down here like you know how we all come from different star systems and whatnot?
Yeah.
I think that the families that we are necessarily born into aren't necessarily like, I think they're just like the families that helped us come down, descend onto this earth plane, but they're not necessarily the people that we're supposed to grow with.
Yeah.
I think the people that just randomly come to us are like not all of them. You have to use the art of discernment when different people come to you, because some people are fucking energy vamps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, some people just trying to steal your energy.
And some people are seriously like your soul family, your soul tribe, and your star system family. And we all come down here in search of one another, I think, from one aspect. I don't know. I give information and stuff, but I don't go seeking people to give it to anymore.
Yeah.
I just wait for people to come to me. And a lot of them, like if they have like the energy of wanting to learn, then I continue giving them the information that I have gathered. Because as I always say, I'm not a teacher. You know what I'm saying? I'm a gatherer and a giver of information.
Right.
But then if they come with like that condescending energy, where like they will prove to me this and show me a reference to that, and you know what I'm saying? Oh, well, bitch, you didn't come to learn. You came to
prove yourself. Right?
Yeah, you came full of fucking ego. You didn't come to learn. Whenever you drop that ego, or not even per se drop the ego, but learn to control your ego, come back and holler at the G. Cause I ain't no teacher. I ain't getting paid to teach your ass, my nigga. I'm just a gatherer of information, and I give the same information that I gather freely. I gather it freely and I give it freely. If you believe it, cool. If you don't, cool. Pretty much. I'm not here to prove anything to no fucking body. I think that's where a lot of people. I think a lot of egotistical people get into the vibe of wanting to prove shit to people.
People want to know everything, and nowadays it seems like it's all about who knows the most.
Yeah.
But when you feel like you know the most, you down there don't know nothing at all. Because at that point, that's when you stop trying to learn.
Shit. When you know
That's
the
when
most,
you start
you
trying
don't
to-
know nothing at all.
Yeah.
The wise man said.
That's just when you stop trying to learn and improve. Instead, you just start trying to prove.
Like the saying, show and prove. I can show. I'm gonna show you. But let's not get it confused. I ain't getting paid to motherfucking show you. Therefore, I don't have to prove a damn thing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the information that I get, some of it can be Googled. But a lot of it can't be Googled. A lot of it is motherfucking hidden information that's hidden for a fucking reason. If it wasn't considered hidden information, then it wouldn't be called motherfucking hidden.
Hidden knowledge.
It's all hidden in your DNA. Everything on this earth plane we already motherfucking know. And you know how people be like, I know more than that person, and like how I just said, everything on this earth plane we already motherfucking know. I was gonna say like, well, not all of us know, but then that like contradicts the saying that everything is everything. You know what I'm saying? I am you, you are me. I am the tree is me. You know what I'm saying? If not everything already knows, then that contradicts that saying. That means that everything is not everything. I am not you, you are not me. We are not one consciousness. That we all believe that we all know every motherfucking thing. We just remember it at different timelines in our life. If that makes any sense.
You do. Like, to feel like you know more than somebody else is to feel like you know more than yourself. Which really don't make no sense. But when we're all under one consciousness, and we are all in a knowing, some are asleep, some are awake.
Oh, when somebody comes to you and is like, you know what I'm saying, you're learning something from them and this and that. I don't think you should be like, well, thank you for teaching me that. It should be like, more so like, wow, thank you for reminding me of that. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for enlightening me.
Yeah, thank you for re-sparking that strand of DNA that was already within me. I appreciate you, because all we are just reminders to everybody else. We're all just reflections of ourselves. We're all just outside reflections of ourselves made manifest, here to remind ourselves of what we are, why the fuck we're here. So maybe the people that come to you and they ask you for whatever they ask you, maybe instead of trying to figure out maybe that is what you need to figure out, why they come to you. Because everybody comes to us to remind us of something of our own lives and our own past and shit that we done been through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's a piece of you came to remind you about something. So whatever they asked you, maybe you should do a little more.
The girl that I just met yesterday, her birthday is August 3rd.
It's Soraya's birthday.
Huh?
That's Soraya's birthday.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, damn, you got the same birthday as my niece, and like a couple days away from me, 5 days away from my birthday.
How are you gonna turn on your birthday?
So cool, we're birthday triplets. I was like, I mean, I guess.
Something like that. Something like that. I think we should do the sibling builds more often. Pretty cool.
Yeah. on their little slip and slide over there. You seen it? They got that big ass blow up slip and slide.
That's right. Niggas
And then go take my grown ass over there.
Hey,
They finna, hey, you're kidding.
Your inner child wants to motherfucking slip and slide, motherfucker. That's all
That
that is.
sunburn get out of me.
We all have to remember how to be children. We've become adults and we're just living this.
Yeah, everybody start getting grumpy and shit.
Yeah, we're just living this A and B shit. Wake up, go to work, come home, go to sleep. Wake up, go to work, come home, go to sleep. It's like a fucking
I mean,
routine.
that shit'll make me grumpy too. Shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Every once in a while, it's okay to
Let go.
to run in the rain.
Have
you know what I'm
fun.
saying? Have fun. And so shit, that's what we need to do. That should be like on everybody's agenda for every day. At 2 o'clock, have fun. But shit, that's even making it like a routine. That's why I like to sit and talk with
That's really
the
why I
youth,
like to go
the children and
go
shit.
like balling and shit. Cause balling is fun.
Yep.
That's my little fun. Just working out in general to me is like fun.
And I think that also helps with like people that like suffer from having negative thoughts a lot.
Yeah.
Whenever you find yourself having negative thoughts a lot and you can't stop the thoughts, like you can't focus on something that takes you from that thought, like a happy thought. Yeah, like Abraham Hicks said, motherfucking go to sleep. But versus going to sleep, go have fun. Go do something. Like your thing is basketball. My thing is creating. You know what I'm saying? But I don't advise creating shit whenever your mind is like
I seen a post.
bombarded by a whole bunch of shit.
I seen a post on Facebook. It was like, are you healed or are you distracted? I was like,
That's deep.
bitch. I felt attacked.
Like, motherfucker, wait a minute. I don't know.
You just got me thinking about like,
Shit. Am I healed or am I distracted? I think a lot of us are distracted. A lot of the times, you know what I'm saying? Because whenever you're by yourself and shit, do you go back to those thoughts, negative thoughts? They're most likely negative thoughts.
when you can sit by yourself and actually come up with reasons why you're proud of yourself, why you should be proud of yourself, why you're happy, then you're healed. Or at least working on your healing.
Yeah.
When you just like going to do stuff just to get your mind off of it, that's a distraction.
Word. Kind of like smoking this blunt right now. It's not a distraction. It's working out as its medicinal uses. Because first of all, we're not smoking it to distract us for anything. We're smoking it in a
Enlightening
means of coming
conversations.
together and having this build of, this communication, you know, this connection. Give thanks to the herb. Give thanks to the herb. Come on. Give thanks to the herb. Because, I mean, it's an energy of itself. And
Yeah.
they say everything is, all plants are living, you know. All plants are living, so it's an energy of itself. I deem the marijuana plant a deity. I have not deified it. We shall honor it as such. Give it daily offerings. Shit, dog.
Just
If you think about it, that's how bitches have deified a lot of energy in the past, like the energy of love. What did they deify that as? Energy of joy. Oshun. Oshun is just energy. She just represents energy. All the Orishas represent energy. Different aspects of energy, of self.
So what type of energy would Janesha be?
Ganesha is Well, he's the remover of all obstacles. First of all, why do I say, like, just naturally say he? Just naturally give it a masculine energy. You know what I'm saying?
I thought it was female.
It's all about perspective. See, that's where perspective comes into play. It's a remover of all obstacles. So, yeah. Comes with a little rat. I think Ganesha represents overcoming one's ego. Because the rat that it uses as its vehicle, if you look at a lot of the illustrations, there's a tiny rat in the illustration too. And it's always by like different offerings and whatnot. The rat represents desires. Okay, so what feeds off of desires? Which you feeds off of desires? Your ego. So, like, let's just think about that shit. A fucking elephant riding on a rat. It's its actual vehicle.
He's on a rat, like he's standing on the rat.
Sits on that motherfucker and the bitch takes it wherever it needs to go. You know how
elephants usually like afraid of squirrels and rats and stuff.
Right. I think that too. So that represents like the need to overcome these desires and overcome the ego. People are fearful of that because it brings change, like drastic change when you can overcome the ego. It brings a lot of change to outside people, but those old you. And once you start moving around in control of your ego and you're not moved by different things that like emotions move, this will be like, bitch, why you ain't crying right now? Why you ain't mad right now? Or why you ain't expressing this type of emotion right now? You're supposed to be sad right now. Like, bitch, I'm in control over my emotions. I know emotions are tied to the ego. The ego gets sad and mad and happy and this and that. They say source is all positive. But then again, to say source is all positive is to say that it's to contradict, what is it, polarities?
Yeah.
Positive and negative, you know. What I will say is that there's many storylines here on this planet. And in my opinion, I think storylines are simply distractions. And so we descend down to earth, right? We're souls, we come into these bodies, we descend here down to earth, and to come into a body, human body. That's the only way you could survive on this planet as a human being, is to be a soul, you travel down, enter a body. Once that baby is born, you enter that body, right? So we come down here with our own personal tasks and fulfillments and lessons that need to be learned, right? But then we get the first storyline that we get. What's the first storyline we get? Our new family.
Yeah.
Our new name.
That's you. That's your rising.
Yeah. Your new family, your new name, the day that you descended down here to earth, which is now changed to your birthday, which is, you know what I'm saying, it's the day you were birthed on this earth plane. You know? It's so crazy how birth and earth sounds so similar. You know? But anyways, you come down here, you get that little storyline. That's the first story given to you. And the second story and third and all of that is whatever story those authors give to you. Whatever else now follows, like school and shit, religion and shit. We can get into all that bullshit. But then once you get into school, we will get into it. So once you get into school, that's where all the stories come into play. Then they want to keep you away from like the stories that they gave you in like kindergarten and shit like that. Then the ones that bitch need to be reading, because then the ones that's gonna keep you or tap you back into your subconscious mind, your imagination mind, you know what I'm saying? Your creative mind. Them books gave creativity.
So our life is just like a long ass storyline. Do you feel like we got control of that storyline? Like, do you feel like we are the star in our movies, and we like control what goes on, or do you feel like everything is just like destined to be as is,
or already played? I don't know, man. There's a lot of all that shit is theory to me. Theoretic thought from somebody else's mind. All of it could apply.
Yeah.
We could all be sleeping, like in the documentary The Matrix. You just think that was a movie, but that was a whole documentary.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like in that, he was motherfucking literally in the fetal position in a tank with liquid in it. He was in there sleeping. Like a baby would be in the womb. And he was living a whole another life somewhere else. Or so he thought. But I was watching this video just yesterday. And in the video, the guy, he was like a brain specialist. He fucked with the brain, you know what I'm saying? What he used to do, he used to actually rob banks. That's what he did for a living. He told his whole story and everything. Motherfucker used to rob banks, shit like that. He could tell the code and how to get into it and everything. And then he ran across this one guy who was like, why don't you, instead of learning codes on how to break into banks, why don't you learn that on how to break into brains and figure out how they work and shit. And so he says that there's this technology already exists where the bitch could control everything you're doing, decisions that you make before you make them. They're controlling them. Like if I was to ask you, damn. Smoke it, don't let it smoke pukes.
So kind of like Black Mirror.
No, like they're literally controlling everything you do from inside your brain. They call it like brain zapping. Where they're taking control over what you're doing. But like say I'm sitting here and I'm talking to you, having this conversation. Okay, so we're like, say we're in a room somewhere doing that. We're the mad scientists. At this point, we're in a room in acting this shit out, and somewhere over in fucking Alaska somewhere, two people where we done implanted this microchip into their brain. They're actually, we can see them on a monitor. They have this shit already where they can see them on the monitor, and these people actually think that they're running their life. We actually think we're doing what we're doing, but somewhere else, they have control over what we're doing. Like, they're making me pick this cup up right now.
Yeah.
They're making me put it back down. Whenever I heard that theory, I was like,
so it's like
no,
not from like
what the fuck is going on?
Not from like another universe, but just
here on Earth, like motherfucking CIA them motherfuckers. Look over Area 51 and shit. What do you say about
controlling us from Area 51?
I say that shit, half of them motherfuckers that are controlled by Area 51, I say them bitches probably do got chips in their heads already. It's population control. That's what Area 51 is. And I've seen other people post about videos about Area 51. I haven't clicked on any of them yet because I already know that it's fucking population control. And if it does happen, them motherfuckers gonna die.
I know.
It's not funny. I'm not laughing out of humor, but I mean, shit.
It's true.
But it's just crazy to think that there could be that shit going on with this.
Niggas talking about just waiting and shit like that shit gonna be easy peasy.
They're gonna get to the gate. From the gate, they don't know that from the gate you still have 15 more miles to go before you even reach the facility. And they don't even operate out of there anymore. Come on now. That's a setup. Y'all better not do it.
They literally test bombs and shit out there. They gonna run right into a mine trap. Y'all know they ain't getting no vehicles past that gate.
They're gonna rush into a room and they're gonna find all of us in tanks. What the fuck? Yeah, that shit ain't finna go down like that.
That shit funny. I don't think that shit gonna happen though.
Nah, what it is just a distraction, if anything.
Yeah.
Another distraction. From what though? These guys stop doing that. But what I do believe is to put my own input to all those different A, B's, and C's he gave me. I think that before coming to Earth, we chose everything. We chose how we're gonna get there. For if our mother was gonna have birth on whichever part of the planet our parent was gonna have birth on. You know what I'm saying? Where we were gonna be born at. Just be like, they mad because of like slavery and the storyline, right? But bitch, you chose this storyline before coming here. So deal with the shit and get back on task. You know what I'm saying? So, and that just came to me out of nowhere. You can't get mad at the storyline that you agreed to motherfucking go through. You could have had the choice. You could have chose the motherfucking be born in a wealthy family. Or could you have? Maybe there's different departments, and what your soul is worth is what you get to choose from. You get to choose from your shitty lives right here. Your soul is worth a little more.
Only two options. You ain't do too good this round.
You got A or A, motherfucker. Go back.
Like, oh, you lived a good life, man. What you want? You got all this. That's heaven.
For real.
You got all this.
All your desires.
What do you want?
Which one? You can go back right now and be one of these, or you could stay up here and just hang out with us. Find you a heaven job. Ascended master's job. That's a theory too. That you have the choice to come back, but it depends on your your level of consciousness before you leave this bitch. What all did you learn about yourself? A lot of motherfuckers don't know nothing about themselves. Nothing. Except I went to school at, I graduated at, I worked at. Okay, cool. Now tell me about yourself. Like, tell me 10 things that you like to do.
Play basketball. I like to play the game. I like to have conversation, intellectual conversation. I like to play pool. I like to drink. I like to smoke. I like to play football. I like shopping. I like designing shoes, and I like music.
See, a lot of people can't give me that. Like shit.
I low-key could have kept going. And like, I like writing. It's, I don't know.
Earth is Earth. This is school.
It is.
That's another theory. This is a school. We came down here to. This has been a great build. I've been talking. We're gonna end it. Peace and love.